Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. And I'm back with another episode review of The Flash Season 7. Well, that was a very interesting episode to say the least. Your show is called The Flash, but The Flash isn't on it. Yeah, let's not do that again, please and thank you. Man, oh brother. Listen, just because I said what I said at the start, I think this episode of The Flash was, well, it's bad, but it's not good either. It's kind of, To be honest, don't know how I really feel about this because this episode of The Flash was kind of just filler boringness. Like, there was no overall plot relevancy to whatever the main plot line is. And this is kind of not good. Because now, great, you have a filler episode when we had a filler episode essentially last week. You could make the case that the Cisco Goodbye episode was a filler episode, but I'll put that in the main series and stuff like that. But this episode just didn't work, and I honestly was quite bored. Like, honestly, I was playing MLB The Show, and I was listening to the episode in the background. That's kind of how boring this episode was. And so far, Season 7 for The Flash isn't looking damn good. If I'm being honest, Season 7 of The Flash has not been a good season. I wasn't really invested in the Forces storyline, and whatever the hell the second half they got going on, I'm not fucking with at all. The only episode I kind of really only fuck with is probably the Cisco episode. Everything else this season kind of has been meh. Or, oh, brother, can they just stop this? So, yeah, let's get into this week's episode. So, Barry and Iris are going off the grid because they're going on vacation to go do the dirty deeds to go procreate a child, and stuff like that. So, essentially, it leaves the team of Caitlin, not Cisco, Chester, and Allegra to do things. And it's looking like, it's gonna be just them hanging out, doing whatever they need to do all by themselves. So yeah, obviously. But then, eventually Allegra calls Chester in, and we see Allegra's sister show up. Her cousin. Her cousin show up, and starts attacking her for no reason because, hey, you were tracking me, and I'm just going to attack you because plot says so. She essentially tells this Allegra, stop following me and doing everything. Eventually, we see later on the episode, they try to save this episode by having Sue Dearborn in this episode, but she kind of is just a throwaway character here. She shows up and she kind of really doesn't do much of anything. Like, she had a little bit of beef with frickin' Chester last week. She has some beef with Allegra this go around, or this week's episode, and having trust in family members you, I guess, have a strained relationship with and everything like that. So yeah, now the only, I guess, kind of somewhat was an interesting side plot, but honestly, by the time they revealed it, I couldn't really care less, was the whole Kristen Kramer storyline, and let me just get that out the way. So obviously, the Kristen Kramer stuff, apparently it seems like Kristen Kramer is obviously somebody that is just, well, doing bad things and stuff like that. So the thing is, what happens is Joe brings it up. They bring up this guy named, I think his name is Alec something. I forgot his name. I don't have my notes. So what he does first, he goes to CCPD station, and he asked Kramer like, "Hey, what is about this whole thing and stuff like that? Like, did you really lead? Like, did you lead on your, you know, companions and your allies, and essentially turn your back on them?" Then she kind of threw a hissy fit, saying, "Get out of my room, otherwise I'm gonna have you arrested." And it's like, you're really gonna just have people arrested because they're just asking you a respectful question. Well, okay, yeah. Anyways, by the time we get to the end of the episode, she recalls Joe. She apologizes for the way she behaved to him earlier in the episode. And essentially, she says it wasn't her that, you know, turned her back on her comrades. It was somebody who she considers like a brother, the Alec guy. And he was the guy that turned on all of them, and she's been trying to catch him. So she asked Joe for help, and Joe's going to assist her. So it seems like Kramer isn't really a bad person. Still doesn't explain why the fuck she has some sort of fetish against metas, but okay. But going back to, I guess, the main story point of the episode, as I'm kind of wrapping this up, because this shows how much I don't care about this episode, because it was boring as hell. It gets to the point where eventually they capture Allegra's cousin. They trap her, and essentially Allegra's cousin's like, "Listen, you can't let this crazed doctor go out because he did what he did, and he took my voice," and she shows the scar and everything. So it's a way to be all sympathetic for her and stuff like that. So essentially, Allegra lets her out. They try to train together, or her cousin tries to train Allegra, but it's not cutting it. And essentially it gets to the point where we get into a Sue versus Allegra's cousin's fight. Freaking Chester almost legit has a hole through his chest and almost dies. But because of it, it essentially brings this crew together to realize, hey, we need to stop my cousin, yada, yada, yada. They go meet up in this warehouse thing. Allegra has a fight with her cousin. They kind of do a beam struggle. Then all of a sudden, Allegra looks like she transformed into, honestly, a dang Super Saiyan. It looked pretty dope. I will give it credit. It looked, the way they made Allegra look when she lit up, like, it did look pretty cool and stuff like that. But yeah, kind of after that, they resolve everything. They say they're gonna go cure her cousin, and that's kind of where the episode ends. It also seems too that I'm guessing the writers are going for an Allegra x Chester route. So I'm guessing they're shipping those two characters together. Listen, I don't mind, I guess, because hey, you need to have another relationship start out on the Flash because reasons why and stuff like that. We kind of saw this from the Cisco episode where they looked at each other and they looked like, oh, are they going to be into each other? And it seems like they're going to go with the route of them maybe sometime down the road, either this season or sometime next season in season 8, where they eventually hook up for good and they're a couple. I guess to replace Cisco and Camilla, I guess. So yeah, because hey, let's do old Star Labs Tech Boy. We hooked up Cisco, who was the main runner head of Star Labs, and we hooked up a citizen person, Camilla. So let's do that again. This time it's Chester, and this time it's gonna be Allegra. I will say I like their awkward, type of wanting to hang out with each other. I will say it's kind of cute because these characters, I guess, don't know how to express their feelings. You can clearly see they have some sort of interest in each other, but we'll see if it goes the distance. Killer Frost, she finds Killblade again, and he gets out of prison, and he's like, all his crimes are like, I guess, what is it? Just gone. So he kind of got out of there illegally. I don't know. Anyways, next week we're apparently getting Godspeed. So it seems like next week gonna be pretty damn interesting. Hopefully it's a better episode than the last few weeks, to be honest. Because honestly, if you ask me, season 7 of The Flash is really starting to become a dead season. It is like, in the grand overview of season 7 of The Flash, it has honestly been a bad season. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a bad season. You can obviously put most of it due to obviously the virus, but at the end of the day, some of these episodes just don't intrigue me. And it's really looking like The Flash is really getting on its last limbs, man, because it is not good. Season 7 has not been good. Like, there's only been like a small number of few episodes that have been fairly good, if not decent. The best episode this season was a goodbye, a send-off episode for a character that's been on the show for a long time. If that's your best episode of the season, and then I don't know what the hell you've been writing on the show. Anyways, hopefully Godspeed makes things interesting next week. And hopefully we keep having The Flash on the episode, which we seem to are going to have The Flash. Let's stop doing these episodes of The Flash where The Flash is not even on the episode. The show is called The Flash. It isn't called Ultraviolet and Tech Boy and Sue Dearborn show. It's The Flash. I've seen almost everybody, even the people that love The Flash, have said that this episode was just bad. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night, or when you check out this video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more The Flash Season 7 content, and put in the comment section what were your thoughts on this week's episode of The Flash. Did you like it? Did you, I guess, not like it? Or did you hate it? Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.